Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, taking on Mitchell Trubisky and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis up in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Very pleased to be with you for another season of NFL football. And, Charles, we are no stranger to rivalry games between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. What is different is that on to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could have won Comeback Player of the Year last season simply for his statistics. 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns through the air. But he brought the entire Bengal organization on a comeback after 5 straight losing seasons. First with a division title, then an unexpected AFC title, and led the team to their 3rd Super Bowl ever. And he had them less than 2 minutes away from winning it for the first time. Keep an eye on Joey B. He expects to bring a Super Bowl title to Cincinnati in the near future.
And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Burrow on 3rd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Tyson Alualu gets in there and drops him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
First carry for the 2nd-year man. It's Najee Harris. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
yeah,
that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins from 10 yards out. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 31, Trubisky. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Trubisky to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. That people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a 1st down.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. The Bengals set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To the air again, Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. On 2nd and 10. Burrow caught on a slant. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow looking to pass. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Harris has it over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action. Trubisky. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Play action. It's Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now Trubisky to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
This is Harris on the draw. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Harris running straight ahead. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Try it.
And he's got the first before he's brought to the 9-yard line.
We kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Trubisky will throw. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Here we go. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
jet sweep. Boyd with it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Burrow will throw. He's got Hurst as tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here we go. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Big 13.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Again, it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Burrow on 3rd down. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
McPherson on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's Presley Harvin now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. To return is Taylor. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Trubisky. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On the delay, here's Harris. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And some room to roam now. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Here's Freiermuth again. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Steelers are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shot.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will
come the offense as they take over. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
Second down. Again, they defer to Snell.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They go play action with Trubisky. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They run straight ahead with Snell to about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down. Again, they defer to Snell.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. That'll make it 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
A give up the middle to McFarland.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Again, McFarland.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Snell.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Snell on the shotgun handoff. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now it's Trubisky. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a give here to Snell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Snell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
They'll try and run for him. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. On 1st down, it's Snell again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky complete. It's Johnson.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Pat Freiermuth, the intended target,
but it'll be 2nd and goal.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Trubisky. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
All Trey Hendrickson did in his first season in Cincinnati was set the team's new single-season record with 14 sacks. In his last 2 seasons, one in New Orleans, he's become one of the best in the league.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. That's the tight end Hurst with it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Now Burrow. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 35 on 2nd down, Trubisky. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Trying to run for it with Snell. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On 2nd down, it's Snell. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. First down. Here's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw again. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Brought up in practice, and then executed in the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Starting the drive with Snell. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st down, Trubisky. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. A run for Snell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mixon will try the right side. They juked him. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow over the middle. He finds Higgins. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. That's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, They absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's Trubisky and the Steelers. Down by 11, 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Trubisky will throw. Completes this one to Pickens. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Trubisky to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Now Trubisky to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Trubisky. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep to the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Again, it's Trubisky. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Cincinnati, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.